Hey everybody and welcome to my channel. Welcome everybody, Adrian H here. I hope that you're doing fantastic. So for today's message, I'm going to use the Enchanted Map, the Oracle cards by Colette Baron Reid. I really like the work that Colette Baron Reid does, and this particular deck is really special for me because this was the first Oracle deck that I bought myself. I had a little bit of sort of like a fairy deck before that, but it didn't really resonate with me that much, so I gave it to a very good friend of mine who absolutely loved it. But back in 2019, I was house sitting for a very good friend of mine. He used two dogs while he was abroad, and then we went to the store, and I just felt like I wanted to buy something, like some sort of deck or something. And normally I buy tarot decks, and it was in the store, and they didn't really have anything other than the traditional Rider-Waite tarot deck on some other decks that I already have. But what they did have was a vast array of Oracle decks. And I thought to myself, well, I don't usually use Oracle decks, so I will, buy this one. This was late in 2019, which is beautiful. And I know that this deck has been refurbished recently. I haven't physically seen it myself yet, but I've seen some videos of it. It looks really beautiful. But for now, I really love this deck of cards. So welcome to my channel. Let's connect in our heart space. So if it's safe for you to do so, what I would like you to do is I would like you to take in a nice deep breath. Savor the breath in your heart, welcoming the guides, welcoming the angels, and releasing all resistance, releasing all that which doesn't serve you in abundantly positive ways. Alrighty. Let's shuffle this baby. So excited. I hope that you guys are doing amazing. Remember, this is a general reading. Please take it as it resonates. You can subscribe to my channel if you want to be notified when these daily readings are going live. Obviously subscribe and just hit that notification bell. For those of you that are interested in learning to read the tarot for yourself, there's a link down below in the description for my detailed online tarot reading course. Alright, what do we have? Oh, 3 cards are out. How wonderful is that? Let's see. So, we've got intention, then we've got storm fields, then we've got one ring circus. Now, let's look at the numbers first before we look at the cards themselves. So we've got number 22 over here. So a lot of people are speaking about 1111, new beginnings, all those type of things, portals opening and all those beautiful things. But 22 is about numbers coming to, it's about a space coming together, it's about an energy coming together, it's about contracts, coming together, love coming together, peace coming about, harmony flowing, the positive results of forgiveness. It's a lot of really beautiful positive things that you have as a, that 22 signifies. Let me switch on the light. Let me see if I can get you more light. There we go. Let the light shine. Alrighty. So 22, they're beautiful coming together of really big dreams here. So today could be a day of really big dreams coming true. I'm going to speak to you a little bit more about this card in a bit. As I said, we just want to go through the numbers first. And then we've got number 9 over here. Number 9 in tarot is a number of hope. All right. In numerology, number 9 is a number of completion. It's a cycle that has come to an end. So whereas in tarot and oracle readings, you normally have where number 10 is at end of a cycle, which obviously also means a new beginning. In numerology, that's number 9. All right. I actually speak about that in my online tarot reading course because sometimes people get themselves a little bit tripped up about these things. A numerologist and a tarot reader has some sort of, disagreement with one another as to which is the number of completion. Like, oh, hold up. You're both right. All right. So since we're doing oracle cards, which falls more in the line with tarot, this is a space of beautiful promises coming through. You might feel that that you've got this wall ahead of you, and how will you ever get through this, and how are you ever going to make it? Well, you know what they say, when there is any sort of problem coming up, there is also a solution for that. Source never gives you more than you can handle. And then we've got one ring circus over there with a beautiful new moon, which also signifies new beginnings, and number 15. So number 1, new beginnings. Number 5, it's a number of being halfway there. So we look in angel numbers. Number 5 is a number that lets you know, don't worry, the angels has got your back. What's coming for you, or what the desires that you put out for your heart, that those things are coming about for you. All right. It's also a number that makes us think of the Hierophant or the Hierophant in traditional Rider-Waite tarot deck in the Major Arcana. It's a space of new beginnings, where sometimes you've got a little bit of doubt as to whether something is going to work or not, but it lets you know that you've got what it takes and you are the key. All right. Number 5 is also a space of, sort of new beginnings in numerology as well. So lots of beautiful stuff over here. And then when you take 1 plus 5 equals 6, when you turn 6 around, it becomes 9. It's a number of prosperity, what we in tarot also call a number of love. Which could be, again, romantic love. But also, when we speak love, I want to invite you to think a little bit broader than love. Like just romantic love, because you are an expression of source. You are an expression of love and life and possibility. And that in itself is light, it's love, and so this is you aligning with that energy. And as we align with that energy, wonderful things can unfold for us. All right, let's just take this one by one. So we're going to look at this intention card first here with number 22. So this is a space, first of all, with that beautiful white owl over there. This is a space of wisdom unlocking, things opening, a sense of magic. These are those little things that you sometimes have that you sort of like, you kind of blow them and they go beautiful all over the place. So this is a magical space. This is a sense of higher wisdom unlocking for you. So sometimes in life we feel that I still need to do this and I still need to do that, and I don't feel ready and I don't feel ready, etc., etc., etc. But I feel for you, and really what I would like to encourage you to do is go to a mirror or a reflective surface or anything like that. Have a look at yourself, look in your own eyes, and really, really think about all the things in life that you have got through this far. Sometimes we're so focused on what is going wrong right now, or what we even perceive will go wrong in the future. And I mean, majority of things that we worry about never even comes to pass. I mean, imagine if everything we ever worried about actually unfolded as reality. It'll be a little bit of a catastrophe over there, So what I want to encourage you is to really, before even, setting out intentions and anything like that, because I feel today is more of a aligning sort of space for you. So what I would like you to encourage you to do today is to really kind of become still and silent and reflect back on the times in your life, the difficult things that you've gone through, the times when you thought there wasn't a solution. I mean, all of us have examples like that, So become silent. You can even pause the video if you want to. Become silent. Take in a nice deep breath, because when we breathe in and we focus on that breathing, so conscious breathing, which is such an important part of conscious living, which is something that I practice and I really teach to all my private clients as well. Focus and think back of any time in your life. It doesn't matter when it was. But let's for now say, let's go back a year ago and think of something where you thought there's no solution to this. This is the end of the road, absolute calamity, and yet you found a solution to that. You got through that, because here you are right now looking at this video that reminds you that even if we don't see the solution, it doesn't mean that the solution's not there. Because if it comes about later on, it means it must have been there all along, Any problem that we have, anything that we're facing that seems really, really large, the solution is already there. When the problem is there, by default, the solution is there. And when we become present, because our power lies in the present moment. So when you become present, focus on that breath and look back at the things that you've gone through. Look at the past 2 or 3 years. The whole world has gone through so much. We didn't know what was going to happen. And yet you made it. Here you are. You made it. So, and as we can do that, and as we can realize and accept that about ourselves, that is actually how we open up more beautiful things for us in this world. Okay. So today is a space of wonderful new portals opening, aligning with wonderful possibilities for yourself, aligning with incredible manifestation. But you don't even need to do that much. It's when you become present and you look back and you see everything that you've already gone through, you get to see and you get to understand how strong you actually are. Also, when we do that sometimes and we learn to focus from the past, how did I get to that? How did I get myself to this situation? How did I get myself to that situation? You got the clarity and that understanding. A couple of years ago, I'm not going to say exactly when, where, and how, because I don't want anybody to be able to trace it back. But in my young years, in my 20s, I had the experience of being raped. And for many, many years, it really bothered me. And I remember at the time, on Days of Our Lives, one of the characters, Sammy, had been raped. And Lexi, the other character, was saying to she was explaining date rape to her basically, and she said that if you said no and the person continued with the intercourse itself forced upon you, then that is rape. But I didn't say no because I pushed and I pushed, but I didn't say no because I didn't want to be the person who said no and the guy didn't stop, and then I was the person that was being raped. So I had that whole preconceived thing in my mind, he wasn't going to stop. But then when I thought about it many, many years later and I started to really look more consciously, now it doesn't mean that I condone what happened. And if any of you are in a situation where, where anything invasive of this nature or similar nature has been forced upon you, please know that I'm not demeaning that at all. I'm not condoning that at all, because it's a very challenging, overwhelming, harrowing sort of experience. But all I'm saying is, when I look back a couple of years ago, I realized how, first of all, I got myself into that situation because I felt very bad for myself all the time and I didn't think very much of myself. And I mean, what is one of the best ways in which life can affirm to you that you aren't worth that much? You get raped, something happens to you, don't really appreciate it at all, and you are helpless to stop it. But then when I look back, I realized, but I didn't say no. The guy may have stopped, and it's when we sometimes also realize how we gave our power away in the past that we also get to see how much we've grown to where we currently are. All right. So look at your strengths today. Look at the times. Look at the difficult things that you came through. All right. Obviously, I was horrified after this experience, but I got through it. And I'm perfectly fine. Not that I obviously wish anything like this upon anybody else, but I'm all the better for it. So today, some of you, you might be hitting those storm walls. You might be reminded today of those things that happened in your life that you really didn't appreciate, like maybe something invasive, of a sexual nature, of an emotional nature, maybe it took place, or maybe you're unhappy in your job and in your life and with your health. With your money, maybe you're struggling with confidence, maybe you really pushed to do something really, really big today, and sorry, you might feel you're rather going to head that way. I'm rather going to go this way around. I'm not going to face this head on. But when you look at this, when you look at this, the storm coming over here, this road that's going ahead over here, it does take a little bit of a windy road that seems around the hill or something, but it's leading straight to a front door. And the storm is still on the side of the door. So some of you may feel that if you go forward, that the storm is going to hit you. But if you get inside in this door, you can actually watch the storm from the safety of, the inside, and watch it pass. So for some of you, it might be that there's some sort of, very unpleasantness kind of happening in your life at the moment, maybe today. But I feel that you also have the opportunity that if you actually don't shy away from it, and you say, okay, I'm going to go ahead towards this, trusting that the universe has got my back, I feel that it really takes you to this space, this one circle space. This is you being the leader. This is you being unique. This is you being an enigma. This is you really embracing all of life. And sometimes in life, when we get to a space like this, we're like, oh my goodness, I'm stranded because I'm in the middle of this ocean. I'm just standing on this little piece of rock. I'm sitting on this elephant. What is going to happen next? But the beautiful thing is also that you're standing out where you are. You can be seen, a boat passes by, they're going to be able to see you. An airplane passes by, they're going to be able to see you. So if you are very concerned today that maybe, if you go ahead, if you take a risk that things are really going to go, very south for you, I actually believe that it will actually go in the opposite direction. If you've been looking for your north, today is a day for finding your north. Okay, so that's what I've got for you today. I hope that helps. If it resonates with you, I'd really appreciate you liking the video, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. Remember to hit that notification bell if you subscribe. Thank you to all of you that are making beautiful donations to my channel. It is actually by the donations that you guys are making that I'm actually able to fit these daily readings into, into sort of like my my agenda as well. So I really, really appreciate that with all of my heart and all of that I am. I'm running an incredible special at the moment, where you're actually getting a regression hypnosis session as well as a tarot reading, a 45 minutes detailed tarot reading, and you're getting all of that for $87, which means you're saving $43. And if it's via Zoom, then you also get a video of your sessions. For now, namaste. May this be a beautiful day for you. Love and light. Bye, beautiful souls.